My sound and light guy, Norm. Speaking of Valentine's Day, Norm and I are happily divorced, you guys. True story. And back together, so there is hope, you know. Where'd she go? Oh, all right. I think she's ready. All right, you guys. Big round of applause. Let's keep it going. Let's set it up. Miss Patty Ho! This is Jenny. Okay, this is me. Oh my gosh. How are you guys doing tonight? You doing good so far? All right. Thank you, Jonathan and company, for supporting local comedy. They've been doing this since last summer, and it's still going and going and going, and I'm so glad to see you all come out. Thank you. So give you all a big round of applause for yourselves. Yay. I love this room. These are my peeps. So let's see. COVID happened, right? COVID happened. We all sort of trying to forget that happened. And when it happened, all of my side hustles, various things I was doing, went away. So I had to get creative with what was I going to do to make some money during COVID. So I signed up for the clinical trial for the vaccine. I was in the Pfizer German BioNTech, clinical trial. And it was fine. I did fine, first shot fine, second shot. About 36 after, I had an overwhelming craving for Wiener Schnitzel. That was it. It was fine. And I also looked into selling my plasma. They pay you to do that, right? And they put you through a bunch of tests and things. And the doctor came out and he said, "I'm sorry, we can't take your plasma. Apparently your blood type is vodka. It's not gonna work." It was COVID, right? Yeah. Prior to COVID, I was actually hoping to get into the Moderna vaccine trial because, Dolly Parton donated $1 million to that trial. And I thought, well, that'd be a nice side effect. I don't know about you ladies, but I am so jealous of my full-figured female friends. There is no motorboating on here, honey. We are kayaking on this. Kayaking. That's the best we got. So, prior to COVID, I used to do food sampling, at Publix and Target, they hand up. They don't do that anymore, so I'm sure some of you are starving because you were living on those free samples probably, right? that was part of your deal. Well, I hope it's mine, whatever. George. Okay. Become very intimate all of a sudden. I regularly got confused. I get confused for a man all the time. I'm freakishly tall, and sometimes I dress pretty androgynously. But for some reason, food sampling, I had a baseball cap and an apron, and people would constantly, come up to me. And one guy come to me, "Excuse me, sir, is it all right if I take one of those?" And I'm like, "Sir, really?" I pull my hat. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I apologize. I meant ma'am. "Oh, no, you don't need to apologize. Even though you just lowered my life expectancy, you raised my credit score by 10 points, and my salary went up 25%. So I'm fine. Happy to be a middle-aged white man. The luckiest demographic on the planet, right? Yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah. I'm on a new diet. It's not a new diet. It's an old diet. It's the same diet. They just keep recycling the same diet. It used to be called Atkins-Kennedy diet, and then it became the South Beach Lohan diet, and now it's just called keto neat. Low carbs, high alcohol. It works. The pounds are just disappearing, as is my ability to find my car, and remember my court dates. Drink responsibly. No, drink up, hell. End times are nigh, right? I'm also a big fan of the Earth. I think it's important that we have one, right? I'm what's called a climate reality leader. I went to a little dog and pony show with my favorite headliner, Al Gore, and he taught me all about what's happening with the Earth. And one of the things I learned is that, and I didn't know this, maybe you know, 1 hour of the sun's rays could provide the entire Earth's energy needs for 1 year. 1 hour, I'm going to repeat that, 1 hour of intense heat and you're good for a year. And that's pretty much how my love life's been going too. I felt really guilty about, because I love the environment, but I drive a big honkin' SUV. And I felt kind of guilty about that, but then I thought about it after a while, and I did the math, and I realized that my usage, my carbon, usage is totally offset by my rechargeable battery usage. Some of you women get that joke, sure. Have your little friends, right? I'm net zero because I get zero. That's how that works out. Oh boy. Hurricanes or storms are getting bigger, and we have these rain bombs now, and there's like freeze quakes and all kinds of crazy things going on. How'd y'all do with hurricane here? Y'all local? Everybody from around here? Anybody not? Who's not from around? Where are you from? Anchorage, Alaska? Wow, that's a long drive. Oh, you flew? Wow, welcome to the alternate universe. I would think. That's interesting. Wow. Hurricanes, as you've probably heard, happen here quite often. And last one we had was fine, Ian. But I think the one a few back, Irma, we lost power for a little while. I don't know. You all lose power? Well, I did something I'm kind of embarrassed to admit, but I slept with a guy because he did not lose power. I exchanged sex for electricity. I did do that. I swear to God. I couldn't stand the guy, but I just loved his energy, So, yeah, I mean, come on, it was 2%, my phone, right? My phone was down to 2%. And, it was a natural disaster. Well, the sex was, but, I got my phone charged, so that's what matters. Oh, boy. It's a true story, actually. It really is. It's all true. All of us do. So, I've been doing stand-up now, pretty much locally in the Orlando area for going on. I just had my 6-year anniversary last December. Thank you so much. And one thing I've learned during that time is that the women who get the biggest laughs do one of three things. And here we're going down an interesting path, Jenny. I'll do my best to keep it clean. Go for it. They either, one of three things they do to get the biggest laughs. They get into explicit sexual detail, or they're lesbians, because lesbians are funny, right? Or they mention anal, right? They all, say the A word, and that gets a laugh. I don't know why. But and I've always had a clean set. I'm very, proud of that. But I started thinking about it, and I'm like, well, I didn't just fall off the turnip truck. I lived in New York City in the 80s, and that was like Plato's Retreat and, all kinds of debauchery back then. And I was seeing a man, who was twice my age and twice my size and had a cocaine habit bigger than Scarface. Wow. Yeah, my boss. It was my boss. I was sleeping with my boss. It's true.
Good for you.
And, because of his weight and the blow, of course, the hydraulics were faulty, but, we had a lot of fun in bed. He taught me a lot of things, right? And I'm gonna say it. The A word. There was butt stuff, okay? Yeah. That's upping my laughter score right there. Oh boy. Wow. I don't know why, but for some reason, explicit detail. But anyway, that ended, and life changed. I met a nice man, married, had nice normal sex for 25 years, and then he passed away. Yeah. Aww. Sad story. I know, right? I know, and it's taken me a long time to work through that loss. I'm so thankful for all my friends and family who've helped me through that transition in my life. They would all come out, tonight in support of my comedy, but they're all at the funeral right now. I'm kidding. Oh, that's such an old joke. That's an old joke. It's an old street joke. Recycled. I don't have any friends, actually. No, I do. And some of them are here. My neighbors are here. I got these folks back here. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate you coming out. To remind me that I do have friends, although you might be just checking to see if it's time to Baker Act me. I'm wondering about that. Anytime now. Feel free. Anytime now. I'll take anytime. Yeah. I think that would work. Yeah, 3 hots and a cot. Yeah, no. Okay, so back to my whole thing about the whole 3 things of comedy, right? So, anyway, he passes away, and I start dating, right? I have been dating, trying to fall in love again for 13 years. 13 years. Yeah. I know, right? That's longer than it's taken democracy to fall, right? 13 years, that's like too long. What's going on there?
That's so true. 4 years it's going.
I gotta say, and I've tried everything. I've tried online dating, I've tried blind dating. Right now I'm pretty much carbon dating. Yeah, fossils, yeah. This specimen is a hoarder. He must be from the Mesozoic era. Get it? See what I did there? Oh no. Do you remember film strips? That just occurred to me. Remember film strips? When you were in school, if you remember, you remember they had these film strips and there was a record player that the record would play and it would beep, to change the... No one? Okay, I'm dating myself. At least I'm dating, right? Oh, God. I feel sorry for middle-aged men. I really do, because it's so confusing for them now. We've come a long way, ladies, right? We've come a long way, baby, right? They're no longer, clubbing us over the head and dragging us by our hair into the cave like they used to. There's a little more sophistication involved now, but there's still this Me Too thing, and they're like, I don't know. But they're still kind of obsessed. Let's face it, they're all obsessed with their package. I don't know why. And for some reason, they all think that tall women are insatiable sex goddesses. I can't tell you how many men are. Baby, it's true, but really, it's annoying. No, it's not true. I had my debauchery. I had been down that road. And now, actually, here's the thing. Who's dating? Anybody here single? Women? No? Oh, come on. I know you don't want to admit it. I don't want to admit it, right? Yeah, we got our single ladies here, right? All the single ladies. Wouldn't it be great? I feel like looking for a man is like trying on used shoes, There's like this, and you just kind of wonder who else has put their foot in there and is like, no, hard pass, Wouldn't it be better if it was like shopping for a used car? You could check under the hood and give it a test drive and, get the dude facts, right? How many miles does it actually have? How many previous owners does it actually have? And have there been any accidents or impoundments? You could find that out. How it should be. I'll lie. They're delusional. They're delusional about their ability in the sack, too. I hate to say. Middle-aged men. We all know, right? They're lovers. Well, there's no smashing. In my experience at this point, it's mostly like smushing something. I don't know what is happening. Oh, God. Sexual dysfunction. So, and now I have female sexual. we were talking about the vaginal rejuvenation. Right there are a lot of women. You go through menopause and hormones change. I had an ovary removed when I was young, so my vajayjay is like 20 years older than I am, apparently, according to my gynecologist, and so I'm like, okay, what do I do? And they gave me like creams, and there's pills, and there's laser, there's all kinds of things you can do, and I'm not doing the laser thing, but none of it, So, they have these commercials all the time for men's sexual dysfunction, right? You all see the commercials for, the 2 bathtubs and whatever. But so I have a commercial for a product that I have invented for female sexual dysfunction, vaginal atrophy. Are you guys ready? Do you want to hear my commercial? Yes. My product. Okay, here we go. I'm trying not to laugh. Do you have twat rot? Is your lady garden an arid desert? Are you in penetration purgatory? Try Rejuvavag. Our special formulation of battery acid and aloe vera gel will have you back and banging with the best of them in no time. Don't use Rejuvavag if you have more than 3 cats. Why bother? Rejuvavag. Just do it so you can do it. Side effects include lady garden gnomes, beaver cleavage, and camel toe, hammer toe. so bad. Oh my gosh. But you know what? I'm okay with it because, you know, I have my little friend, right? I'm fine with, you know, I'm adjusting. I don't care if I can't, you know. And, you know, let's face it, ladies, you know, you may not know this, but like 30 seconds, fine, you're done. No muss, no fuss, it's over, no wet spot, you know. Right? And, you know, as much as I appreciate men's efforts, you know, in that department, let's face it, none of them have the RPMs to compare with mine. Kidding themselves. I'm having a hot flash the whole time through this whole session. No personal sauna up here. It's fine. It's fine. Oh my God. All right. So wait. Okay. You know, and the other thing. You know, my husband and I, we had wonderful. You know, great sex. Very, you know, great snuggler. Very respectful guy. And I was not that into the whole sort of other wifely duties, if you know what I mean, ladies. You know, there's a reason why it's called a job, you know. So I got to, you know, I was lucky, you know, birthdays and holidays. I was lucky. Oh my gosh. So wait a minute, let's review, okay? Not that into the whole oral. I have my toys. I'm happy with my toys. And you know, yeah, I mentioned the A word. But as far as the A word goes, I'm telling you, ladies, I don't know about you, but my butt is not bi-directional. Really, it's not an option. So you know what? I think I'm a lesbian now. Man, my comedy career is just going to take off. Thank you. I'm Patty Hope.
R.C. Smith has been a warm-up comic for TV, for audience, for over 20 years. You might know him from The View, or I'm sorry, not The View.